Hello and welcome to Middle-Aged Geek Girl. I'm Sally. Today's video is the completed pages and projects for May 2025, as well as your entries to the hashtag event SwearySpookyCats_May. So it is officially winter now here in the Southern Hemisphere as I'm recording this in June, and it's cold because I am recording this early in the morning as well. So if you are like me and you're cold in the Southern Hemisphere, grab yourself a nice warm beverage. This is a big cup of Milo, which is like a hot chocolate drink. I'm not sure. It's made by Nestle, so I'm not sure how many places in the world have Milo. So I've got my nice warmy Milo as we are going to go through my colouring pages and 3D sticker scenes that I did in May. So we'll start off with the 3D sticker scenes. And the first two I'll show are ones that were a problem in my April completed. This one, when I got the original, it had two of the same sheet instead of the two different sticker sheets needed, so I was unable to do it. But I got a replacement from AliExpress and it came through perfectly, so it was obviously just a problem with the one I got originally. But here it is. It's such a cute little bakery scene. I might bring that up a bit there so you can see it a bit better, but it's very cute. So you got bears of all sorts and maybe rabbits as well. I think that's a rabbit there. So we've got some bears and rabbits at their bakery with the yummy food. Yum. So that was the fourth in, I showed the other three if you're interested in the full set. I showed the other three in my April completed colouring pages and projects. So you might want to go and watch that video after you watch this video, of course. And then now the next two, there was four in the set again. Now these are like big postcards, which I really love about these ones, and they're more of a watercolor set if I put it up the right way. Now this one I hadn't done. There was all the seasons, and I showed, I'm pretty sure it was spring and summer in the first one. Now this one is a winter scene, and I still really do love the design on these ones. They're really pretty. So that was done, but the other one I got done, I started to do on camera, so there's also a video on that one if you want to catch that. Again, watch it after you watch this video. But this one I only got about, not even halfway, maybe half-ish, but one of the sheets was completely cut wrong. Like we were missing the edge on every bit of everything that was a sticker on that sheet. So again, I got a refund off AliExpress and I was able to buy it again as a single. So here it is, all done. I'm so happy I was able to get it as a single, so I've got the full seasons, the full 4 seasons, because it really is such a pretty design. So yay, I managed to get correct the two that were a problem in April because I was able to get them as singles. So I've got two more to show you, and these are newer designs. And they're big ones, which is partly why I got them. So this one is all one piece, and it's called the Chocolate Factory. Yes, it's called the Chocolate Factory. So these are bigger designs, and you get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sort of areas that you put the stickers on. They're not joined, it is all one piece, as you can see, because I have done one in the past that was like 4 different rooms that you join together. This one is all one sheet, but yeah, it's like different areas of a chocolate factory. And this was really good because it was detailed as well. The stickers were a bit small in some places, but the detail is there and they were individual stickers. So I'm really quite happy with this one. It's really cute. And another big one I got, I do have some more that will be in my June's completion, but here is, and that's Luna, if you can hear that yowling. Luna is behind me because I've shut the door like I do every time when I'm filming, and it's between my room and the kitchen. And the silly thing is not locked in the room because I'm in my front room, so she can go out. Well, she can go out the door she came in to get in here in the first place, but she doesn't like shut doors. Yeah, I think she's just worked out she can go out the other door. because it's gone quiet. That thing is silly sometimes. She just doesn't like shut doors. Now, as I was saying, this one is called Apartment. And again, it's the one card, but you've got multiple rooms that you make. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rooms to the apartment. And this one was good as well because it did have, now I'm just checking the stickers to make sure that before I speak too soon. I think that was all one sticker. It was a detail sticker. Oh yeah, like, so that shelving unit there in the kitchen was all one sticker with the bits already designed in the sticker, but when it came down to the bar, I had to pull off 4 bottles and put them on the shelf. So I like that because that gives you a bit of a variety in making these pieces. I know I put the books on and the flower or the plant on that. So yeah, some of it they have it that, like I said, here it's designed on the sticker already, and some of it you've got to do each individual part to the sticker. So that, you know, is good and gives you a lot of variety in making it. And I really like these ones because it's, as I said, 11 different rooms and it's a lot of fun to do. So I'm still not bored with these sticker scenes. I have some more on order from AliExpress and Temu, and I still love making them. So yeah, you'll still see them. So we'll move on to my colouring pages. Now, from memory, I believe I did 11, which was probably more than I've done for most of the months this year. First book I worked on was this fairy and fantasy grayscale colouring book from Christine Caron. And I did 1 page. And I did this one because May was also, I know some people do mermaid, and this was a perfect one because it had a mermaid. And for this, I used alcohol markers and gel pens. So you can sort of see I used the gel pens to highlight like her jewellery. Well, I hope you can see that through the camera. You can never tell until you edit if what you can see, but I used the gel pens anyway through sort of like the effects of the seahorse's bridle and saddle, and also the mermaids jewellery. So that was this one. Quite happy with this one. I like it. Then I moved on to Pastel Goth, and I am getting towards finishing this book. And I should, although I didn't do a books I want to finish in 2025, I'm sort of doing it a little bit in my, you know, my head on what I want to get done. So I think I've got a few more pages, but not many to do on this one. So I did this one, and I used Crayola twist pencils and Sharpies. Now, I like how this turned out. I wanted to try pencil, so I coloured the whole piece with pencil and then just used some of my metallic Sharpies I had next to me to sort of give the ghosts like a outline, rather than colour them in. Well, I sort of did colour them in, but very lightly. I went over them with like the gold marker, and the clouds I went over with the silver marker, even though it doesn't come out as well because I think that marker's nearly dead. But, you know, every cloud has a silver lining. That bullshit. But that's what I did in this one, and I don't mind it. I think I will use the Crayola pencils a bit more. So that's the one I did from this book. Next, I went into a colour by number because I'm still trying to work through these. I want to finish these because if I buy them, I got to finish them. And I don't mind this one. This is the all-time hits from Sash and Sash Diva. And I did 2 more in the Pixel Arts collection. We've got a design here of love hearts. And I use this as a colour guide, but if I don't have an exact match, I use whatever I find that's close to it. And I'm happy with it because, again, this is just a guide to me. It's not the rule. But I did it pretty much as per what it said. And I like that pattern. It's very cute. And as you can see how long I've had these books, because it is falling apart, this one. Every time I do a page, it's starting to fall apart. And I also did this one, which is some clownfish, I think they're called. They're little Nemos, I think they're clownfish. And of course I like this one too. So I did those two. And these actually do take a little bit of time to do because you're colouring their pixels. So you're colouring in each square one at a time. And yeah, they take longer than you think. Another colour by number, but this one I have been showing throughout the year. I'm not going to get this one done all year, but I am still working on it because I keep using those acrylic paint pens I got from AliExpress, and I want to see how long they go for. And what I'm doing is everything on this side of the book, and then when I hit to the end, I'll start everything on this side of the book. So here's the first one I did. And again, I don't colour match perfectly. I do, out of the 72 markers I have, I do it as closest as I get, which is why I never get a really dark blue or a dark green, because they're dark blue and dark green aren't that dark. So I get it as close as I can, but I always do like the way they come out. Now this one, I started to do the outline with, it looks like two different sized outline pens. I must have started it, got distracted and picked up a different pen to do it, to finish it, and then I stopped doing it altogether. But I wanted to do that because I wanted to sort of show you what the difference is. Like I said, you don't have to do the outline around the colour blotches like I'd choose to do with every page. But this is a good example to show you if you use a thicker pen or a thinner nib or no nib at all. It gives you an idea of what it looks like. I still think, for me, I like the look of it with me doing the outline of each colour section as opposed to just leaving it with nothing. But again, I think that's a matter of individual taste. And using the thicker pen, that I don't know why I did that. I must have just was doing it mindlessly, and not mindfully but mindlessly, and not really paying attention. So that gives you an example of what the thicker looks like compared to the thinner. I think the thinner looks better personally. So I think the thinner is the best option as compared to thick or no. But again, that's individual taste, and this is a good page to show you the three different options. Next one I did was this one, and yeah, I went back to doing all of them with some outline, but I did like a thicker sort of marker to outline the whole image, and I really like this one. I think it came through really nicely. Again, the colours aren't a perfect match, but I don't care. It gets the message across, and I like the way it looks, and ultimately isn't that what matters, because it's my book. I've got to be happy with how it looks. This one I must have left unlined on purpose. So here's another one. I don't necessarily do these in order as I show them, so I must have decided to leave this one unlined fully to show what a full image looks like unlined. And again, I think it might depend on the image. This one doesn't look too bad with no outlining like I do with all the other ones. But let me know in the comments what you think. Do you like it lined or outlined better? I think, again, it depends on the image. This one doesn't look too bad outlined. I would have liked it lined as well. But yeah, I did this on purpose to show. The other one I think was when I realised I did the wrong line when I picked up the pen again. I thought, I'll use it and show you three different ways. But this one was definitely, this must have been the first one I did that I decided to leave unlined. But that's what they look like, completely unlined. And this one. Now this one, again, I lined, and I like this one lined. So I think the other one would be enhanced more by lining, and then that's a good example to show you unlined, lined, unlined, lined. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you like lined or unlined better? Again, it could really depend on the individual image, but this one I think looks really great with the lining. So yeah, who knows? Still enjoying this book, still enjoying those pens. I did change the nib on the black marker, so the nib started to fray long before the markers run out of ink, and you do get spare nibs when you buy the set, but you also, I've noticed, because as I've been on AliExpress buying other stuff, you can actually buy a set of nibs just on their own. So if you don't get enough in the set, you can buy them just as their own product, which is great. So if the pens last a lot longer than your nibs do, it's fantastic. None of them have run out of ink yet that I'm concerned about, and I use, because this is like a nature book, I'm using the greens a lot, the black a lot, some of the darker greys a lot, but I haven't had an issue yet with running out of any inks. And it's done, they've done a fair few images in here. Oh, I've got one more. That must have only been 4 I showed. It was only 4 I showed. I knew I did 5 in here because I usually do these in batches of 5 for some reason. It's almost like the, if you're a gamer, you know, when you're going to have a boss fight or something, it's either 3s or 5s that they do in rounds. It's usually 3s, I think. 3s or 5s. So when I colour in this book, I always do 5 pages. This is the last one. And I picked this one as well because it wasn't all green, and we were still in autumn when I coloured this in, so very much an autumn scene. And this one was outlined as well. Again, my personal preference, I think the outlining enhances the image a lot more, but you know, individual taste. So that was the 5 from that. So the last 2 images and the last 2 books I have to show are my sweary colouring books. So as always, this is your warning if you don't like swearing to look away now. The first one I did was this one, and it's a little superhero sloth, and it says, I am doing my motherfucking best and that shit deserves a medal. So true. That's how I feel. Now, there was no medals. As you could probably tell, that's my crude drawing. I drew the 6 medals around the little sloth because he didn't have any. So I did a 1st, 2nd and 3rd place because he deserves all of them, or she deserves all of them, or they deserve all of them. So I drew them on to enhance the page and not to leave it as white. This was coloured in with the Ohuhu metallic markers I have that are a really weird collection I got, and I'm just using them. I think they're good for this book. So that's the sloth. And the last one is from this sweary motivational quote book from Coco Wyo, and it is this one. Now this one I used glitter throughout all of this. Now I think this was a set of 5 I got a while ago, and they're like sort of glitter paint pens, so I just used them, the 5 colours, through all of this. The only time I sort of I used a water-based marker was the sun and the moon, just to fill them in a bit, but everything else was done out of these 5 glitter paint pens from Smiggles, so they should have a little bit of a sheen or a glitter to them, but I'm not going to know really until I edit. But this one I think also has a bit of a typo, because if I read it exactly what it says, it's got, what scares the shit out of you, that where the magic is. I think there's supposed to be an S on that. They've forgotten to put that's where the magic is. So it's what scares the shit out of you, that's where the magic is. But they've forgotten the S. So it annoyed me, and I wanted to colour it in just to bring it to everyone's attention that they forgot the S. Because it doesn't read nicely now, but I got it done anyway. So that was my one from this book, and to me, shit's not really a bad swear word, but I know some people find it offensive. But that's it. That's all my stuff. I'll bring it all in again for the outro portion. There we go. There we go. So yeah, that's what I got done for the month of May, aside from all of my creations for my Etsy store, which I haven't photographed yet. Stay tuned for your entries for the hashtag event swearyspookycats_May. June is up and running, so as always, put your entries in. It's open for every hobby and art, not just colouring. So if you've done a diamond painting, a cross stitch, a drawing, collage, woodwork, mosaic, I can't think of every single hobby out there. Needlecraft, I should just put it all in needlecraft, handicraft, whatever you do, if it fits into sweary or spooky or cats, share it with everybody and on my Instagram, and I will share it in my video for each month. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, hit that like button and the notification bell. I have noticed that there has been a couple of dislikes on my colouring videos as well, and that's fine. It's all considered engagement by YouTube. I just say like because it's just part of my end of spiel, but if you really feel the need to dislike, I mean, that's your choice. I don't know why you would bother, but that's your choice. Leave a comment down below. I do love to hear from you and I always respond. But that is it from me. Stay tuned for your entries. And until next time, please stay safe, stay weird, and I'll catch you in the next one.